drawing this week in my sketchbook. And all of these have that kind of gesture idea I wanted to talk about today. And here's more gesture drawings. This was this morning. So I have prepared just a reference for the gesture I want to show. And yeah, when practicing placement of your rhythm lines, it's also known as abstraction. So I would like just show you the different methods I learned when I went to the small school called Associate in Art in Pasadena. I love doing like 1 minute quick sketches. They had a class on 5 minute quick sketches. And I wanted to just share what I've learned there. Hopefully I remember it the way, I don't think I'll remember the way I learned it, but I'll just give you how I understand it. So as we always talked earlier, the rhythm line, right? Let's use here, oh my God, I can't read. Sela, welcome, glad you're here. So yeah, I was just gonna do gesture lines, gesture drawing. So I was talking about, remember, I was talking about your stick figure. You have your stick figure, and then another type of stick figure would be using the box. But still, there's this gesture line you'll be thinking of, and usually you get a nice gesture through S curves, or a straight line here and a curve on the side. So for this one, so we should remember that we are transferring what we see into a flat picture plane. I mean, this is still flat, but if you're in a figure drawing class, so I try to imagine the borders of my paper lined up against the model, like in class, right? When you see the model in front of you, like I just kind of visualize the borders of the paper. And the reason why is because, you're transferring it to a flat plane. But the next step that I would do is I take the furthest points and just see how it could connect to each other. Right, the top, the most furthest away here at the toes. Let me open this up. Oh, you can't even see the toe. It's disappeared. Anyway, so for this top, it would be, let's see, up here, and then for this down. So you got this, the longest line. What is the longest line? So from here to here, this is the longest line. It doesn't have to be correct. It could just be, what does it feel like he's stretching like this? And the toe is right here, and between the toe and the top, where's the middle part of that? Let's say you don't exactly know what it is, and you just kind of eyeball it. And from this top to where the knee and this rhythm goes, so I would try to see, I see this, hopefully you could see me doing this. So this, like, it's called, I guess enveloping the figure. Maybe the top of the head is here somewhere, and then the hands here, and then the toe. It's almost like I'm connecting it all to the foot like this. So this is like, yeah, it's nothing right now, but I kind of am blocking where it could be, and thinking of it like a little thing I'm gonna be sculpting through, I guess. I'm just gonna show you guys the concept, right? Like, if the head is right here and the head's here, let's say, if that's the tip of the head, then this inside there's like the negative space. So that's negative space right there, and down here is another negative space right here. Sorry, the question. Good morning. I do not know how to tag people on Instagram to share art. Oh, you have to there is a button, a tag button. I can't show it right now. But on your phone, when you hit to share, there's a little like little symbol that's black and has this little circle, and when you press that to tag, well, I think there's an actual button that says tag. And do not worry about my name. You said it correctly. I met you at San Diego Comic Con, my sister and I. Oh yeah, I remember. Sela. Okay, I remember you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting the comic book. And Hyde, Johnny Depp's Hyde. Just just for tag. Oh my god, I really need glasses because the phone's like close to my face. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm just going back to the rhythm and then showing how my mind puts the construction lines. I know there's nothing, I can't see anything right now here, and the camera's not far enough for you to see all of it. But I don't want it too far that you can't see what I'm drawing. Okay, there. Okay. But now it's in front of my face. I'm drawing, I'm just doing like a figure sketch and showing like the rhythms that I look for. Okay, so from here to here, this is the rhythm. And now I'm like looking at the center where this arm hits the clavicle. And maybe that's where, and all this could change, right? Because I'm judging my measurement from this top part here. And as soon as I decide on how long this arm's gonna be, then I put that square right here. And then the head. You see, like, and all this rhythm lines are kind of start to make sense a little bit. So from the arm here, see how this rhythm line goes here? And you look at the drawing, there's a rhythm line that goes from top there. It skips, it jumps over the body and goes to the legs. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Rhythm line here, I jump over the body, and then I put the leg right here. It doesn't have to be exact. I could adjust it, you know, because I am not correct the first time. And I come back down, go back up. And this, it's almost like you have to put down a line to measure another line. And there's a lot of adjustment that has to go along. You see how it's kind of getting there? And when I'm, see this rhythm of this leg, it's not, it doesn't look like that there, but in my mind, I'm doing this. And then once I see where it could connect, then I actually put down the harder line. Normally I don't do that anymore, right? I just put down the line, but in my head, this is what's happening. Right, so it's very messy and it's very fun making it messy like this, because I'm just pushing it. I want it strong here and goes here, and this is all for me, you know. It's not like this is gonna be a, you know, something I'm gonna submit to work or anything, but it's just like a rehearsal. So when I do draw someone like this, I've drawn this before, so I would know how to draw it later. So after I do that, so that's just an exercise, and then I go back and I try to do it now with just the rib cage. Because now I know the rhythm. And maybe this time I could be more accurate. See, this is the part, and then if I just drew it like this when you guys are watching me, you wouldn't know that this is what's going on in my head. Because, yeah, it'll just look finished. And plus, we haven't even gone and put in the shadows. Even the shadow shapes have a rhythm, like dark, light, dark, light, you know, depending where the light source is. And then it's just very loose. You could be loose. I mean, you don't have to draw like me, right? I'm just telling you, this is how I I, I just have fun with it, so I'm not too stressed out. But the rhythm underneath is really very important. I will try to draw and try to tag you on Instagram. I like colors, so I can also show you the manga coloring. Oh yeah, that would be fun to see. Sure. So after taking the furthest points, right, we kind of showed you earlier. Furthest points, I block it out and I draw the stuff inside. I forgot to mention using straight lines, curved lines, and a little bit of both. You know, sometimes even these rhythms to try to get what's underneath there. Underneath here, I should get like a marker white eraser. Is it called eraser mark? Those markers that you could erase when it goes on glass, so I could just draw on this so you guys can see. What's the question? When is your Roblox game coming out? It is beta. I'm trying to get friends and family to get to play it in December. So I will announce to everyone soon, like where to sign up if you want to sign up. We're still working that out. What did you think of the Has Been Season 2 ending? I don't think I've seen that. What is it called? I can't say the title yet of my Roblox game because we're still figuring it out. That's why. Oh, okay, we'll go to another way of doing this gesture that I like to do too. So I showed you guys that envelope technique, and the other technique that we could use is that square. Square. The rhythm line, the longest. I learned this from Andrew Loomis. So the longest line following the backbone or vertebrae. So that's the action line. And this time we're starting from inside out. So this curve of the torso, and then the curve of the clavicle here. And then where the square meets right here, intersects, that's where the shoulder kind of starts, and this one goes above there. And then this driving that line, if you imagine a straight line going down here, so imagine a straight line going down here, it goes through his crotch and then straight down here. And if you imagine this as a triangle, you will see that half of the triangle is where his leg starts here. So if I'm going to exaggerate some, hits his crotch down here, and there's like a triangle like this, and his leg comes out here. And just to give me an idea which way the body's going, then I'll do that. So you'll have the plane down here, the foot coming to the plane. And then after you get this leg going here, then you put like an S curve following this muscle here and going out this way. So it's like this kind of S curve. Just to put some rhythm in that and then, you know, then you figure out where the knee is. But in my head, which I forgot to remind you guys, is a cylinder like this. And so, and you know, this whole part is in shadow. It's like a darker shadow here, and so, yeah, so that's another way of kind of copying that. Then after you copied it enough, then you could figure invent using what you've learned. Again, starting with this square. It doesn't have to have the same body type anymore. I could turn it, maybe it's a female. I'm sorry I didn't get to read. What do you think the I haven't seen Has Been yet. What is that? Is it an anime? I need to watch it then. What is it called? Hi, what's your opinion on horses? Oh, I love horses. It's cool. Fun to draw. I might have a name. You might have a name. Did you remember Laser Survival? Ooh, that sounds cool. I will keep that in mind, Becky. It's actually, it sounds kind of cool. Can I request a drawing? Sure, Joy. Hi. Could request a drawing if you guys have any questions about gesture. But yeah, what drawing do you want? Oh, sorry, Daniel. Daniel. How could I forget? So, anyway, so with this way of sketching, the two ways, right? Starting from the inside, going out, starting from there's two ways. The torso and go out, or starting from the block, like a block of ice, and then you're bringing in a chisel and cutting out pieces from inside. You know, when I was younger, I used to do so much measurements before I actually put down the line. Like let's say, and I have to always remind myself to draw the negative shapes. You know, let's say I start with the top again, and I go with this is how I used to like put all my construction lines down. And when I do the longest gesture, it would be so exaggerated, because that's how I was taught. Just make it so exaggerated. And then, can I curve this here for the center of the line, center of the torso? And then this one is another gesture here. It's like there's nothing in here yet, but I'm trying to like see the top of the head. It's almost like I'm just memorizing where things will go on top, like a clothesline. You hang your clothes on a clothesline, so I'm gonna start hanging stuff on here. And I could be wrong in some of the shapes, but he is really exaggerating his pose. See how it's kind of the same way as I did earlier? I'm so used to doing it this way already that So when I always like check where the lines intersect. Let's say this hand, this neck is shaped inside. I could make it wider up here, and then it cuts into here, and the leg goes here. And yeah, it looks so exaggerated right now, but this shape is pretty accurate to that shape right there, close. So that means everything now I have to adjust because it's probably wrong. And now I'm putting down my landmarks. You see how it's slowly kind of getting there as I adjust? Because he has pretty big legs right here. And then under here, this shape, see, so it's kind of like that. Also, you have to remember that with these rhythm lines, just note again, we talked about this earlier, but I always look at the backbone and I use S curves. Where's the twist? You know, where's the twist of each part? And I'm just thinking of it as a, I'm sorry, as a cylinder. If this is the center line, the cylinder is that, if that's the center line, then where there's this other cylinder on the foot, maybe the center line's over here. It's because the foot goes this way. I could even do the shadow a little bit just to tell myself where the light's coming from. Oh, for everyone that wants to learn how to, you know, a simple idea of how to kind of know where the shading is. Like this whole guy, you know, like, oh my God, I can't even talk. It's like this whole guy would feel like this big flat plane like this. And using like value structure. So what's value structure? Is the dark and light parts of the subject. Where is it? And where will you put the bigger, broader shape? So if in terms of him, he'll be like it'll be like darker, really dark here, and then not so dark here, and then light here. So if I imagine him on here like this, because it looks like the light is behind him like this, right? So if you imagine this even simply like a cylinder like this, and the lights up here, then you know, so if you could see it's dark down here, and as it comes up, we'll follow this structure, right? As it comes up, in this part he gets, it's dark here, it is really dark down here, then it's lighter here, and of course his beard and you know, other sections, but at least you know that it's overall value structures doing this, because he is in here like this. So this is like the value structure. This is the base dot, and then you go on top of it and add all the other darker parts. But this is kind of like what's going on in my head. Oh yeah, this pose. Yes, this pose would be good for Thor. Exactly. You bring up a good point. So imagine if. Sorry, I didn't want to redraw it again. But imagine, yeah, I put Thor's hammer right here. Right? I definitely will use this pose for, and then I just beef him up a little. Put Thor's costume right here. I have to look for a reference again on how his costume looks like, but get these traps. With the beard and right, and then you put his cape, so following the rhythm again of the whole body. Yeah, great idea. And then now it's not, right? It's Thor now. And I just adjust, you know, his foot straight here, and I just adjust the foot here. So yeah, this is one way. Definitely when I do work for Marvel, I mostly take pictures of myself or friends because it's kind of hard to find the photos right away online unless it's already there. Let me check. Let me read this again. I think the pose would be good for Thor. Oh, Daniel. Check out my cat. November. There's Thor right there. November. All right, you guys, I have to go and finish work, but I just want to talk about gesture a little bit. And my cat's gonna keep on bothering me. It's not a bother, it's actually very affectionate. He's very affectionate. Oh! And he's also very scared when things fall, so he ran away. Here, let me just... yeah, these are really sketchies. But yeah, I would encourage everyone to just have a sketchbook. And even if it doesn't feel like it's a good drawing, just look at the lines and kind of almost like disappear into it. It's kind of fun to just see what you could come up with. Yeah, I like doing realistic portraits too sometimes, but doing superheroes is like one of my favorites. And here I'm like, I could do like a lost and found edge right here. Hey, thanks, Sunny. All right, you guys. Thank you again. I'm gonna go. See you next week. Every Friday, I do live streams.